நீ இல்லாத நாளெல்லாம் நாளாகுமா? நீ இல்லாத வாழ்வெல்லாம் வாழ்வாகுமா?
Book of Exodus chapter 4 verse 20. So Moses took his wife and sons, put them on a donkey and started back to Egypt. And he took the staff of God in his hand. Here we see how committed Moses was. The Lord expects commitment from the people. He chooses to do great things for him. Yes, commitment is the first thing the Lord expects from his people. When the Lord sent Moses to the desert in Midian for 40 years, he had a purpose and some valuable lessons for him. The Lord isolated and emptied Moses in that desert. Everything went against him in that place. Dear people of God, that did not happen by chance. God had a master plan behind. He wanted to mold and prepare Moses in that desert to be a savior of his people. God knew Moses will have to stand in front of Pharaoh and talk about liberating God's people. So he wanted to make sure that Moses relies on God's strength rather than his own when he stands in front of Pharaoh. He wanted Moses to rely on God and his plan. God wanted him to understand his ways. Remember, God's plan will come to pass only when we rely on him, his ways, and his plans. If we rely on our own strength, education, experience, talents, and other competences, God's plan will not be fulfilled. So to teach this to Moses, he isolated him in the desert and prepared him. Dear people of God, you have been relying too much on your own education, experience, and talents. You put your plan ahead of God's plan. You are planning to accomplish a lot that you don't know about. You have been planning to go abroad. You may have many countries as options. Do you know why nothing has worked thus far? It is because you are planning ahead of God. Your plans cannot take precedence over God and his plans. Dear friends, not your strength, not your plans. Trust in God's plans and ways. Whatever you are going through, God has allowed it so that you can learn this lesson. His plan will come to pass in your life based on how committed you are to God's ways. When you rely on him alone, when you trust in his ways and his plans, he will do great and mighty things through you. Hallelujah! Hallelujah! God bless you.